Hello and welcome to the Listening Post unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing something that isn't necessarily new, but it's a revisit on something that I'm very proud of from Yamaha. Their S2100. This massive, heavyweight single disc CD player is a lot more than a CD player, and it helps with that transition between perhaps a higher end single CD player and something that may be utilized for a digital to analog converter or some addition to a streaming stereo environment. So let's have a look. Firstly, the packaging, like most Yamahas, is relatively mute. Plain brown box. Model information on the top, on the ends, and then on one end we've got the model and serial number information. Like most of the larger, heavier items from Yamaha, it has additional packing straps with it. Getting these packing straps off is pretty easy. Very straightforward. Cut them, pull them out, get rid of them. And then we're left with its freight box, which again, very straightforward to open. A simple nick, bit of a tear, and we reveal the first layer of its internal packaging. It has in the accessories a traditional New Zealand IEC power cord. This is a 2-pin, so there's no earth. It has some very basic interconnects, and like any CD player of this quality, please don't accept that this is good enough for the quality of the CD player. In one of the pieces of polystyrene, you'll see 2 AAA batteries and Yamaha's remote control. Now it's sellotaped in place and is an excellent well-weighted remote control. It's got a plastic sort of semi-stick-on cover because the top has an aluminium feel to it. It's lovely to see that with such an elegant and good CD player they've added a good quality remote control. Hang around for some photographs. I'll take some close-ups of this particular thing. Again, just love removing all that extra stuff that people put on. Right. Off to one side we've got a cardboard sleeve that helps to hold the manual and other information in place. In here we have a comprehensive Yamaha manual. It's in multi-languages, along with some warranty information and some other contact details for international service agents. Okay. Then it's the CD player itself. Now this is a very heavy unit, so what I'm going to do is lift it out and just put it on its edge for a moment and then get rid of that box. The quality of the packaging itself is good. It is one piece of this sort of polystyrene paper or whatever they call it, held together with a piece of tape. Opening that, we start to have a look at how beautiful this particular unit is in the 2-tone silver with a light wood grain. You can see from its size, it's deep, it's got a very smooth finish, obviously deeper than average. It's standard width, but it's also average. To highlight just the quality of everything that's inside, it needs this. It has a dual power supply, one simply for the digital side of things and one simply for the analog, and a centralized, stabilized CD transport. It's amazing as far as what is inside this. I'm going to pause for a moment and show you the bottom. You'll see that it's taped in place. Now they're actually, you should remove the tape clearly, but these are actually cups and spikes to reduce vibration and pin this product better to the equipment rack. Obviously if you're not using the parks that are provided, please be careful dragging this backwards and forwards or you may scratch your equipment rack. Right. Looking at the front, it's really straightforward. CD player, it doesn't need a lot of fuss on the front. Should you need to program something or set random or something along those lines, you can refer to the remote control for that kind of thing. The power switch and main CD transport are taped closed to ensure that they do not move in transit. So looking at it from the front for the first time, we have its main power switch. Now this is a good quality rocker switch. Sounds great as it moves, Beside it is a pure direct button. Now this is a way of simplifying the circuit and ensuring that the display and other things that you're not using are turned off. There is a source, and that's what I wanted to touch on and why we're looking at this player today. The CD transport that it has on board is only one of the 3 or 4 sources that you can choose with this, as you can use the internal digital to analog converter for any number of external devices. We have a layer button. Now that relates to SACD and CD, and ensuring that you can select between those two should you have a hybrid SACD-CD. You've got illumination lights here to imply whether or not you're playing an SACD or CD. You've got the input source lights, and again this is going to become a lot more, it's going to be easier to understand once we see the back, and again hang around for some photographs where I'll show you some close-ups. It shows the ability to select the disc or CD player, the USB, the optical digital in or the coaxial digital in, all selectable via the source button. Beside that we have the SACD and CD logo, and above that we've got the open and close button for the main CD transport. This CD transport is beautifully engineered, slow in its operation and precise, and it's awesome to see such a quality CD player on the New Zealand market. The display above is excellent to see, excellent to be seen across the room, very straightforward in its operation, and it gives you all the information you need, but nothing more. Across from this we have the simple skip and fast forward. Touch the button and it skips, push and hold and it will start either fast forwarding or rewinding. You've got play, pause and stop, and that sort of is the front. The sides of course again exposes the light wood panelling, and then the back is where some of the magic actually happens. At the back of the unit we see the basic stuff, which is the IEC power input, and then some of the things that you don't expect to see on most CD players. It has both a coaxial and optical digital input. Again, hang around for some photographs, because this RCA sockets are all milled to ensure that they expand slightly as you make better as you push the plug back in to make better contact. It's the digital ins though that make this CD player quite special. It has an asynchronous USB, optical digital and coaxial digital input. Below that we have remote in and out, and a system connection, a DIN plug essentially, for the purposes of controlling this from an external device. Above all of that we've got the main outputs, and this is probably what you're going to use the most, which is the balanced and single-ended RCA outputs. So there we have it. Yamaha's S2100. It's not new, but it is wonderful, and it's something that I'm very, very proud to share with you today in our unboxing channel here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.